Hey guys, this is One Giant Leap. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm making this video today because a YouTuber named KobesMind made his own video entitled OAMP Quit plus Mystical Needs to Go Now. As I'm sure is pretty clear from that title, that video is all about his complete and utter disdain for the Mystic theme. I'm sure he's got some good reasons justifying it, so let's jump in, watch along with him and give some responses.
We need some new names for this game because that's all people are going to use. No one else. Why would you use a different deck?
Well, I think top Legend players have a lot of good reasons for using different decks. I know KobesMind isn't aware, sitting there by his lonesome in the silver ranks, but for any of you who have gone to the Discord, to the Legends chat, or are playing in top Legend yourself, you can see what the common decks that are played are there. And if you check the top 10 where people finished in Legend last season, it was riddled, guys, with adventure. Tons of lightning bolts, tons of fireballs, because of course the ability to make these good trades and to potentially benefit off of a fireball, this is something that a lot of top players saw and realized, well, this is one of the themes that I want to use, and you saw that reflected with 7 of the top 10 decks having adventure. Mystic did not even come in at number 2. The next theme after that, of course, was Fantasy, as I'm sure many of you guys are aware. Stan the Great, Princess Kenny, Paladin Butters, a lot of really powerful cards, and obviously the best players in the game felt so as well. Moving forward, you've got a little bit of gameplay before we finally get some semblance of continuing forward with his discussion here.
Toxic people all use Mystical because it's obviously the best deck, and
well, again, Cobes, obviously. I'm not sure what's so obvious about it. Yeah, you haven't given many reasons yet, and as we'll see through the video, there really aren't many reasons to come. It's a good theme. There's no question there. It is certainly utilized. It is definitely the number 3 theme in this game. But based on the statistics, you're simply not correct. We get a few minutes of gameplay.
So make sure, guys, put on every...
Alright, I cut off a little early there, but basically the only way to use Mystical is to... the only way to stop Mystical is to use Mystical yourself. Again, the evidence simply does not agree with you, my friend. There is a ton of high-level play, riddled with adventure and fantasy. That's just the facts. We get some more gameplay, but for the most part, we don't actually get any real reasons. It's a video of bitching. Until we get to 745, where, guys, I'll give credit where credit's due. I'm sure things start to get better. He's really going to go into it now. He's going to start telling us exactly why Mystic is the most busted deck in the game.
Just imagine this. Stan the Great. You have Stan the Great down. Takes away all the attack. Everyone is useless.
What now? Wait, what video am I on? Oh, Mystical needs to go. Okay, alright, so Stan the Great has already made everybody useless. Alright, so what's happening now, Cobes?
After Stan the Great, who are you going to drop? Maybe drop an Angel Wendy. Alright, she's going to
drop an Angel Wendy.
Arrows that basically makes everyone invincible.
Wow! They upgraded Angel Wendy? Why didn't you guys tell me? Now she gives invincibility? Well, if that's the case, nobody's beating me with my Mystic deck now, guys. So, you better watch out, because I've got this bitch Wendy firing invincibility arrows at my guys. But Wendy's pretty weak herself, I don't know. Mystic cards, though, guys. Mystic cards are pretty broken. Stan the Great is really good. Best Mystic card in the game.
Now you have invincible cards against cards who cannot do damage. Okay, that seems fair, right? That's fair. Yeah, that's perfect. Wait, what? Why am I making this video? But then you have Zen Cartman dragging every single troop to him, and he has basically unlimited damage.
Yeah, unlimited damage. I'm sure you meant HP there, buddy. You don't correct yourself later, but I'll try to give a little credit where I can as we move through this video. So we finally get to a couple of Mystic cards here. So Zen Cartman drawing all the troops to him. We have our first actual reason here. I guess that's more subjective. That's up to you guys whether you think that that is an unfair ability. The aura was already nerfed. All I know is that the brokenness of this combo, it doesn't sound like a big fatty and a healer are the real problems here. Sounds like Kobes is pretty upset with Stan the Great. Now, if this video was on why Stan the Great needs the nerf, I might give a little bit more credit to him, because I think Stan the Great is one of the only couple of cards in the game that actually does warrant a nerf at this period in time. But you know, if we go forward from there, I'm sure he's got something a little better for us. And, you know, as we're getting closer to the end of the video, a sum up maybe? Something?
No matter how powerful it is, multiple troops even. Destroying everything on offense and defense, probably the best card in the game. Then you have a Terrence down, who is the hardest.
Whoa, Terrence, great
card
mystical card.
In this game.
Oh my goodness.
Let's guys, we need some more stuff. Let's throw on a regeneration. Oh, they poisoned them? No. We're good. We're good, guys.
Yeah, it's called a 3-for-3 trade, man. It's an even trade. I know that you don't like making even trades. You like making minus trades, so that might not be the best for you. But lo and behold, regen and poison do in fact have the same cost. Guys, I just, at a certain point, yeah, when we're going into this sum up, he's mentioning Stan the Great again. He talks about Rat Swarm. He talks about the hardest card to counter in the game, Mephisto. Bro, step off the weed for a minute, man. Like, did you forget what video you were making? You're complaining about good cards as a whole. You make a brief mention of Zen and his only ability, Wendy and her invincibility arrows, and regen in reference to a fair 3-for-3 trade. But, you know, maybe I'm not giving enough credit where credit's due here. Let's examine one of KobesMind's videos. I'm sure when we see this gameplay, we're going to know. He's doing everything he can. He's just so good, guys. And Mystic is just way too overpowered. So let's watch together.
If I didn't have Lightning Bolt, I don't know if I would win as many battles as I would have.
All right, so starting off, you know, it looks pretty good. KobesMind, level 15, playing a level 11 new kid. Obscene level disparity here of 4 already provides him a massively inherent advantage, but I don't know, maybe Mystic's just too strong.
So this guy is level 11. That means he must have some sort of good deck with high-level cards. Let's see if it's the deck we're talking about.
All right, so starting off the match, program Stan in the back coming out at 9 energy instead of 10, so that's 4 seconds of movement lost in terms of drawing the battle back to your side. Off to a great start, I must say.
Okay, so I do have a problem with this sort of deck.
Energy Staff, so
it just seems like
unique deck, his opponent's not playing meta, that's for sure. At least not total meta.
Levels, and they're still winning.
Alright guys, this is an important part of the video right here. I want everybody to note what's on screen, Hook Hand Clyde. Now, what theme is that? Adventure, right? That's what I think it is, at least. Now, what else does Adventure have in their deck? I can't even remember.
Show you that
I can't even remember, guys.
Today. A similar deck, at least. Guys with me, or no? Is that not happening today?
We're moving forward, and the game progresses.
If every single person is using.
And here we go, guys. Almost by intent. We have a purposeful cluster here. Amazing. You couldn't have grouped those units together any better if you tried. This guy's only level 11, though. Will it be enough? Was it going to happen? And, oh, there it is. The Fireball. Now, because of the level of that Fireball and the level of KobesMind's cards, this wasn't even a true punish here. That Fireball at a higher level could have definitely completely wiped all 3 of them. But it wiped out most of their health. So what did we just watch? We just watched a horrible 5-for-10 trade that KobesMind just handed his opponent on a silver platter. Wow. All right.
Nice. You could try to fix them.
Moving forward, those troops are taken care of. And now the Zen drops. All right, so now we have a solid Mystic card, one that he's been bitching about. I mean, he plays it all the time. He's mad at it. He must know how to deal with it here. Obviously. Wait. Try to draw that Zen in. Beat him up on your side where you can deal with him.
This deck, please tell me. I will use it, and I will be ranked 1 by...
Alright, so he proceeds to drop the dog poo. Again at 9 energy, again wasting 4 seconds of Zen Cartman movement here for no apparent reason, meaning that this battle is going to be taking place way closer to the midpoint than it is on his side of the board where he would have the advantage.
Tomorrow. By Jimmy, at Swarm and Terrence, I'm going to kill myself. No, I'm lying. I would actually be so happy.
Alright, so at this point, guys, the battle is now at the midline. And his opponent has this Angel Wendy. So let's take a quick look at his hand. We've got this Bandita Sally. We've got a Deckhand Butters. I did skip to this point in the video, but just a couple moments earlier, Zen Cartman used his aura, so he will not be getting that back in the immediacy. He will have a few seconds without that Zen Cartman aura. So what do we do here? You know, do we drop that program Stan? Do we drop the Bandita Sally and try to wipe out Jimmy? Alternatively, you could go Deckhand Butters. You know, it's not a bad hand. A lot of good options here. Deckhand Butters, if he dies quickly enough, might be able to heal that dog poo. So you got some options.
And so surprised. It's not going to happen.
And it's the Cyborg Kenny. It's the Cyborg Kenny. What was the win here? What was the best case scenario? Was the best case scenario that he was going to get killed by Jimmy or killed by a Wendy that would be dealt with the Zen on board? I don't care what way you look at it. Regardless of these rats dropping here for the punish, there is no justifiable reason for this play.
There we go. What did I tell you? What have I told you guys? Zen Cartman, Angel Wendy. I forgot.
And Angel Wendy, who, by the way, guys, was misplayed by this level, this new kid level 11, because as I'm sure you guys noticed, that heal was shot at the rats, because he put the rats out before the heal. So his opponent couldn't even take advantage of the Angel Wendy here. But the regen drops, and we move forward, and we move forward, and point was taken, and that's going to be it, guys. Our new kid 11 is able to defend, and that's a defeat. Boy, a lot to process. But taking a look at that video, we see a couple of minor misplays right off the bat, just in terms of character placement, in terms of where they're going, what the energy count is when those are dropping, trying to draw a battle back to your side. We have a terrible Cyborg Kenny play with multiple good options in his hand. And the worst of all, upon knowing his opponent plays Adventure, he sets up a picture-perfect fireball. Okay. What does all this mean? Well, you know, it means a few things, guys. One thing that I noticed in this video of his in this video of his and in others is he mentions toxic players a lot. Now, in his mind, it seems like toxic is any player that does not immediately agree with his way of thinking. Well, I have my own definitions of toxic. Toxic player. Maybe somebody at new kid level 15 who self-admittedly is stomping on people several levels below him. But I mean, that's okay. You know, everybody's got to make their legend climb, right? Wait, is this right? You're saying KobesMind has never been to legend? Not last season during the months he had? Not this season so far? Oh, no legend. Okay, so it wasn't about making a legend push. It was just about stomping out people that are lower than you, because you're not good enough to move up. No legend. Silver Shield. New kid 15. There are legend players right now at 13, guys, who aren't doing too bad. Personally, I'm rank 180-ish right now. I played a top 300 player with a level 13 new kid. This is just sad. What is toxic to you guys? Is toxic begging for nerfs all the time? Well, it depends. Begging for nerfs obviously has a negative connotation. If you're asking for a card that you feel is unfair or unbalanced and you want something to be done about that by the developers, that's fine. You can make a video, you can give your reasons. And if you give good reasons, people are going to agree with you. And if you get enough people up in arms about something, maybe something will be done about it. The dev community does actively listen to us, and there is room to make effective change. A 12-minute video of bitching, which followed up a 15-minute video of bitching, does not do that. To me, that's toxic. But the worst part of it all is the lack of self-reflection. I'm somewhat new to this, guys, but for anybody that's seen my videos, who's seen my PvP specifically, you'll notice that I try to call out all my mistakes as they happen. I'm watching, I'm analyzing, I'm trying to be better, I'm trying to have everybody else help me get better, and hopefully I can give a little bit of assistance along the way. Self-reflection. It's important in life, it's important in anything that you do, but it's especially important, if you're trying to get better and not just have fun. If you're just coming in to have fun in the game and you don't really care, that's one thing. But if you're trying to get better at this game or any game, you need to be able to reflect upon your own mistakes. And that is something that KobesMind seems completely incapable of doing. Number one, because according to him, he never makes mistakes. But even if there was some acknowledgement of it, there's never any reflection about what actually happened, what was done wrong, what could be done for him to get better. We see a lot of gimmick videos. We see him produce a lot of gimmick videos for the YouTube videos. And there's nothing wrong with that. You want to get views, go out and do this fun themed deck, that's fine. If you want to play fun, great. If you want to play trash, that's on you. But don't try to drag us down to your level. I'm certainly not the best at this game. Top 250 last season. I'm sure I'll probably end up being top 250 this season, but that doesn't mean anything. There's other players better than me. There's other streamers better than me. At the end of the day, all I can do is keep trying to push myself forward and get better. And the most toxic thing imaginable is a player who not only calls himself the best unironically, but refuses to have even a minutia of reflection upon his own actions or play. It's sad. One of his direct quotes, I believe, was, "Anyone who's better than me has either played more than me or spent more than me." Well, KobesMind, my friend, I don't think many players are playing more than you. We see you post videos almost daily, and that's just what we're seeing. We're certainly not seeing the times where you're tanking your rank down to 45 so you can keep making your videos. No, we're not seeing that. We're only seeing the end product. Well, what about those who spend more? Well, I'm 250, so in Coab's book, I have to have spent so much money. Well, to some people I have. Several $100s. KobesMind is well above that 1,000 mark. I know some of the YouTubers who play this game certainly surpassed that mark, but others haven't. Top 250, top 500, top 50 players that have not surpassed the $1,000 mark. So I can assure you, buddy, people, for the most part, are not spending more than you. You are in the top 1% of 1% of spending on this game, and the bottom 1% of 1% of play. What do you guys want out of YouTube? I think that's a fundamental question that we have to ask. What do you want out of the people that you watch play this game? Do you want to just see fun, silly, ridiculous decks? Well, then KobesMind might be for you. Do you want to see a player decree himself the best every few minutes and, again, unironically shit on other players and everyone around him in completely ridiculous fashion? As he says it himself, I love to be a prick. And he does. There is no question there. What do you guys want? There are tons of good YouTubers who put this game out and put so much work into what they do, trying to get better, trying to help others get better, discussing the game, analyzing the game, streaming the game. At the end of the day, you have to be able to sit down and look at yourself and say, what do I want and what do I want to reward? Personally, I don't want to reward a player who has no interest in getting better, who would rather drag everyone else down to his level. instead of take a single second to look at the Discord, to look at other tubers, to watch good players, players that with a few serious moments of introspection he would realize are better than him. It's okay to be trash, but I'm not going to sit here idly by and let you try to turn the game into trash with your ridiculous, childish notions. Is KobesMind beyond redemption? No. There's plenty of opportunity for him to get better, for him to start producing quality content. We'll see. I'm sure some of his followers are going to be responding to this one. So if you've got something to say, go ahead. I'm certainly open for feedback. I guess that's the difference, guys. I'm never going to say anything to you along the lines of, if you don't agree with this channel isn't for you. Why? Because I'm not a fucking idiot. That's why. Well, I hope to see better things to come. I do. Because at the end of the day, YouTubers are supposed to be a source of information and entertainment. If you're going to Kobes for entertainment, that's one thing. If you're going to him for information, I recommend you turn to any number of other sources. SDNW, top 50 legend player on YouTube. Average Guy 777, top 250 legend player. Great videos, great production. J Gray BKK, another one that I really enjoy watching. These are guys that I started watching when I first started playing the game, and that entertained me and helped me. Those are the people you should be rewarding. Whether you never watch one of my videos again, at least give your views to the people who deserve it. Well, guys, if anybody asks you if you will ever watch a KobesMind video after watching this, what are you going to tell them?
That would be insane.
That's right, guys. Until next time, it has been fun. This is One Giant Leap signing off. Namaste, friends.